Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails into Reverie. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we actually shuffled things quite a bit in Reen's story. We got Gaius, Sarah, and Emma, along with Kurt and Muse now in Reen's party. But just like with Rufus's route, well, Rufus got a shard of the Black Mirror suddenly, and now the shard of the Black Mirror is responding to Reen. So we're going to play through Lloyd's route, and just like I predicted in Rufus's route, I'm sure all three groups are going to convene, but not remember anything, which would smooth over a lot of otherwise massive problems. But let's catch back up with Lloyd now that we know that Elia is yet another blonde traitor in Crossbell. March 19th, Southern Crossbell. So we're skipping straight over March 18th in Lloyd's route. Oh, on our way to Michelin? With Wazy in tow.
Oh, there it is!
No. Why are we visiting St. Ursula by way of water? St. Ursula Medical College.
We should be safe to dock. I don't see any signs of the Ebon Defense Force.
Then we're good to go.
Try land. Yeah, I didn't realize that would take so long. The EDF doesn't seem all that interested in surveillance outside of this city. Rufus must be feeling pretty cocky if you ask me. I thought they might retaliate against Armorica after the last run-in, but that never happened either. I don't know how to feel about that. It's like he doesn't even see us as a threat. But I guess we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. That overconfidence will be his undoing. Isn't that right, KeA? Yup, he won't know what hit him. But I am still kind of worried about Risha. Yeah, the rest of our group, we don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, so am I. So a little bit of a flashback. See why we decided to split up. But Lloyd and Wazy yesterday, Armorica after the ancient battlefield. I'm
So sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It would have been cooler if you'd betrayed us knowingly, but
I just don't know what came over me. How could I ever think of betraying you like that?
It's okay, San-san. You can't keep blaming yourself. If anything, I should have known something more was wrong.
yeah, she was high off Elia's dance. She really didn't have any other options.
I'm a terrible friend for not realizing that you were struggling so badly or being manipulated. And Elia means the world to me. I should have been able to tell something was amiss.
Right. I never would have thought, because Elia probably wasn't faking having gone down before, but it's crazy to me because it really does feel like Falcom always planned for her to be this evil person.
Risha.
And they were like, well, if Elia's not working with the people who are demolishing Crossbell, and that won't help her plans, why wouldn't she just do something? And they're like, you know what? Let's break her legs for a few games.
Thank you all for coming to our aid. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't shown up when you did. Really, thanks.
Don't mention it. Glad we could make it in time. The one you should be thanking is Zeit. We were looking into what the EDF was up to when he told us that you were in danger.
Did he now? Still, it's not like you to be modest, Wazy. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for rescuing us, Sight. You were a hero back there.
And I should have friggin' known he wouldn't join up with us.
And I've been way overdue for one of these.
That you have. My apologies for not returning after the operation.
You're so flaky, Sight. Do you realize how long it's been?
Yeah, he is pretty flaky, isn't he?
Tio and I have been waiting for you to show up again all of this time, you know?
My apologies. As a holy beast, there are limits to how much I can interfere.
Yeah.
I am astounded at just how much you all have grown. The children of man truly do grow apace.
We'll take your word for it. It would be nice to think I've grown a little, yeah.
I'm just overjoyed to see you again. You were sorely missed, Zeit.
I like Zeit. I just wish he'd fight with us a bit more.
Yes, it's good to be back.
I've read plenty about the holy beasts in the scriptures. Oh, I called her Ein when she showed up. That is Scarlet. Ein, Scarlet, and Reese are so difficult for me to tell apart. Oh my gosh. Funny to think I would be in the presence of one so soon after returning to the church. You should have seen the congregation for Divine Worship's faces when we first reported to them about Zeit. Can you blame them for losing their shit? Whoever heard of a holy beast moonlighting as a police dog? I mean, it doesn't exactly look like your average dog, does he? Though I guess he can do whatever he wants for the most part. It sounds like his contract doesn't apply anymore. I don't think Zeit is nearly as weird as hearing you talk about church stuff, Vald. Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around it. Can it? You had better get used to it. Alright, enough with the funny talk. You folks ready to get down to business? Based on the info they found, it sounds like you guys already know where you're headed. Yeah, the Rhineford Military Factory to the west. Rhineford Military Factory? That's gotta... I think Elisa mentioned something about that, because it definitely wasn't here during the Crossbow Games. You said the Ebon Defense Force has been frequenting it the last few days, right? Sure have. That's most likely where the Zalber soldats are being manufactured. It would make sense. I've been wondering how they were able to bring so many into Crossbell's borders without anyone noticing. I don't think the Imperial government or Rhineford Group would have ever allowed so many to be smuggled. Right. So if we consider that they were being manufactured from within Crossbell the entire time, then the dots point to this mysterious factory the EDF is connected to. That was one of the places where Sorgius and Melgius were being manufactured before the war. Everyone was convinced that the Black Workshop's tech was gone for good, though. I don't know how Alborea and his men got their hands on it. And worse, it looks like they've made some improvements, too. We'll likely be crossing paths with those soldats from here on out, so that's bad news. The mask Ilya was wearing also looked like workshop tech too. Did it? Okay. I guess. Yes, and now they're using it to alter her personality, if not outright control her. I guess she did have that black stuff emanating from her as well. But Ilya, can the not Twilight give you fighting skills though? It seems like Ilya already had those. Or maybe she was just maybe she was just putting her power of ballet to a different use. I'd like to ask the Thors graduates what they know about how those masks work. That could be a good idea, but let's make our top priority searching that factory and find information on the soldats. Something tells me we'll be able to fill in a few blanks on what's going on here and why Rufus Alborea is staging this occupation. Unfortunately, getting there is going to be easier said than done. That factory's to the west of Crossbell City, while we're in the northeast. The only way I know how to get to the west side of the state from here is through the city. Yeah, and that's not exactly an option with the EDF crawling all over the place. I'm guessing we can't just hitch a ride on your Merkaba either, huh? I wish. We brought it with us, and it should be safe with the other squires guarding it. But they're using more advanced anti-air radar than the CDF was back in the day. It can even see through active camouflage, and they've got them set up at all key locations. Flying is a no-go. Okay, so they've got anti-air camouflage busting, but Ramdas aren't common enough in this particular neck of Zemuria for them to do it for ground support as well. It's shocking how well equipped they are. What the hell? Even the Imperial Army doesn't have toys that good. I guess that's where the Black Workshop factor comes into play again. In that case, I think the smart play is to make our way to St. Ursula. How are we going to reach St. Ursula from here? It just so happens I got my hands on an orbital boat before things hit the fan. We should be able to use it to cross Lake Elm and reach St. Ursula on the other side. Seems good enough to me. We would still be a ways away from reaching the factory from there, but I'm not seeing any better options. Yeah, let's take what we can get. That's a lot closer to the military factory than we are now, and we can find a route to it from there. We'll go with this. Thanks for the idea, Lecter. Your course is set then. I will leave this land's crisis in your hands for the time being. Aw, does that mean you're gonna leave us again? Zeit's gonna pull a Mueller, who in turn pulled a Zeit. I'm afraid so. There is something else I wish to take care of. But fear not, I too am part of the SSS, so it is only a matter of time before we meet again. We'll hold you to that. Take care, Zeit. Yeah, I'll miss you, but let's see each other again soon. Yes. That we shall. Actually, I was thinking of staying here. Why? I want to help look after my grandfather, and if the EDF does come to the village, I'll take responsibility and negotiate. But haven't you fought against them multiple times? Why would they hear you out instead of just immediately taking you into custody? We could have used your support, but you do make a good point. Does she? Alright, well. I'm worried about how things are at the hospital, so I'm tempted to come with. That said, I think my services are needed more here at the moment. At the very least, I want Speaker McDowell to make a full recovery first. Thank you, Cecile. I really appreciate that. I was also leaning towards staying here and hitting up my connections. Besides, a large group isn't going to be able to sneak into the factory, and that's if we even manage to fit us all on the boat. It makes sense for some of us to stay behind and protect the village as we gather info.
In that case, I'd like to stay here as well.
Alright, yeah, Risha wasn't with us, so I'm sure she wants to stick beside San-san for now.
Are you sure, Risha?
That makes sense. You evaded her attack for the most part, but weren't you still injured?
Yes. Please forgive me, everyone. I just need a little time. I'm still not ready to face up to what happened to Ili and San-san just yet.
And that's perfectly fine. If that's your decision, then we respect it.
That's right. I'm sure you'll be able to find your way forward. And I'll be happy to have your help here in the meantime.
Yeah, they'll be able to back each other up while they're here.
I'd be happy to help.
A lot of people are staying here, so that means I have to go with Lloyd. Where's this coming from, KeA? This is going to be a dangerous mission. You understand that, don't you? Of course! The factory's really far away, and there's no telling what's going to be there waiting for us. That's why I want to help gather info for us, and I can back you up with my order like I always do. It makes a lot more sense for me to go than it does to stay here if you ask me. Well, give her some credit. She makes a good point. And I'll be tagging along too. That should make the operation a lot safer overall. My stigma should prove useful in a pinch. I don't think it will be too dangerous for her. Alright, I should be glad that there are 2 other people willing to go, so I'd be happy to have you both. I'm counting on you, Wazy. You too, KeA. I'm glad to see you take your own advice when it comes to us trusting her a little more. Make sure to back Lloyd up with everything you've got, KeA. You bet I will! Well then, your odds of success are rising by the minute, aren't they? May you all ever keep your chins up and your eyes facing forwards. Sounds overly optimistic to me. Believing in the future easily beats standing still. Sign me up for the sunshine you're pumping. Seriously though, you should give some thought to what your old cellmate said after our fight yesterday too. It might help you to sort things out. Huh. Call it a hunch. Good luck with your little factory tour, Bannings. May the goddess be with you. And so that brings us up to speed on this little detail taking things on.
We'll cut things short for today. Enjoy your freedom while you can and have fun struggling against the inevitable. You're helpless to stop us, now that you've lost your way.
He told us we've lost our way, huh? Lost our way? What was that supposed to mean? Was he referring to the loss we suffered to Rufus back at the signing ceremony? Or something even before then? I don't think we need to worry about Armorica with Vald and Scarlet staying there. Let's just focus on what we need to do here. Exactly! We gotta do our part while everyone else is working to help us! You've got me there. Lloyd's Route Act 3, Illusions Shattered. Our first goal is finding a route to the factory. We can start by seeing how things are here and hopefully gather some information. I'm willing to bet a lot of the people from the city fled here too. We might come across a familiar face or two among them, including at least 3 more party members. Oh yeah, maybe! Alright, let's get started. Like I'm expecting for Noelle to be here, KeA has been assigned to a tag-along slot. KeA will be assigned to a tag-along slot while traveling with the party. She will not take part in combat directly, but she can support the party with orders. You can view and change which characters are assigned to the party's tag-along slots from the party select screen. And so it's just her for right now. And that's the group in the Reverie. Okay. Yeah, we got
I bet we could fish here.
Oh. Alright, well,
I bet we could fish here.
Glad he said something.
Bye.
Got it.
This'll be good.
Uh-oh. Come to Papa. This thing, though. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I had to get a feel for the rhythm real quick.
Look at the size of this baby.
Noble Carp. Vitality Droplet. He's just some guy. But there should be a thingamabob here, right? A recipe. Oh. Security guard Tony? Alright, well. I guess the Ebon Defense Force not being stationed out here makes some sense. But I'm sure she's got a recipe for us. Sure does. Aged beef stew. Thank you. Oh. Let's see if she might have something we can equip Wazy with. More copies of Moonless Morn. We've got plenty of battle scopes, so I'm not worried about that. Marone. It doesn't look like there's anyone staying here. Who else? Maybe Dr. Sayland is here, potentially? She's, who I imagine we'd be looking for. Oh, check this out. Tio. Thank you for all of your help. We don't have much to offer in return, but here are some snacks. I hope you'll enjoy them.
You didn't have to do that, but the gesture is still appreciated.
Yeah, I've never fixed medical equipment before, so I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up.
But it sounds like he still managed it, though.
You could have had me fooled with such fine work. You both did splendidly.
That's right. I don't know what we would have done without you. We wouldn't have escaped if it weren't for you. We'd likely be brainwashed by the Supreme Leader like all the others. Just what happened to all of them? Brainwashed by the Supreme Leader. He just said it.
I believe I owe you an apology. A big one.
I'm sure as a member of the SSS, she feels super responsible for what happened.
None of this would have happened had we protected everyone at the signing ceremony like we swore to. If only we'd been stronger.
Hey, come on, Tio.
Right, it's really not our fault.
Oh, Tio.
No, this isn't your fault. That's right, no one is blaming you for what happened. Looking back, I don't know what more you could have been expected to do.
Look, Lloyd, it's Tio.
I thought she might come here. Thank goodness she's all right. It looks like they're talking to evacuees from the city.
Hold on just a minute.
Does he notice something out of the ordinary? Yeah, things were doomed from the start. Oh, they were affected! It finally dawned on me, too. I don't know why we ever thought we could be truly independent. It's hopeless.
Huh?
What's gotten into you guys all of a sudden?
Yeah. It's obvious, isn't it? The Supreme Leader never would have occupied us again if we just obeyed the Empire like we used to. We wouldn't have to be afraid of the EDF had we not dreamed of independence. And when you think about it, everything was better when we were an Imperial province. Even the economy was booming. Why give all of that up? Why did we ever want to be independent?
Hey, get a hold of yourselves! What is wrong with all of you?
Maybe whoever our fourth party member is gonna show up and knock some sense into them.
There really isn't any need to be so pessimistic.
The Supreme Leader and EDF aren't all we have to worry about either. There's also those huge machines. They even have the old president's backing. Everyone in the city is enthralled by them. There isn't a shred of hope things are going to get better anymore.
No, that's not true at all. The SSS is going to keep fighting. We have allies we can depend on.
You tell him, Tio.
The CPD, CGF, and even our friends from outside Crossbell. There are people who will surely help us. We won't allow you to suffer like this. We'll be the ones to put an end to it.
Will her words be enough to snap them out of this, though?
Tio.
Tio, you shouldn't.
No, dude, she should. Declare that with all her might. She means it, too. We used to have hope, too. Thanks to you. Or at least we thought we did. Whether it was the Mafia or that cult, or even when our own mayor became a dictator, we kept on believing. Not even Imperial occupation or the war made us lose hope. But in the end, it was all for nothing. The signing ceremony made us realize that. What we had was never hope to begin with. It was just delusion, and that made it even more painful once we accepted the truth. Again and again and again and again. Over and over and over and over.
We were never hope to them?
I mean, they're clearly affected by the not Twilight. You shouldn't take that to heart.
That can't be true. We can't just give up and...
Stop! Please, just stop! Can't you see we're just so tired of all this? Besides, you've got no right to talk to us about ending our suffering. If you hadn't arrested President Croix, then we would have already had everything we ever wanted. Hey! He might be onto something, just saying. Yeah. It went a little off the rails towards the end there, but it was all going good up until he hijacked the results.
Everything we did was...
Right.
Can you all hear yourselves? You're completely full of it.
Exactly. Like, I don't know why he's letting that get to him. Aren't you...
Lloyd, KeA, Wazy.
Hey, you guys are all right.
I was one of the people involved in that arrest. So let me make something perfectly clear. Letting Dieter Kreuss go free for what he did over 2 years ago was never an option.
Sadly. Because he did. I mean, he went crazy with it.
He attacked the city, had the speaker detained, and even tried to take over the entire continent. Dieter was arrested in accordance with state law. The same as any Crossbellin would have been. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, but what about Crossbell? They had a responsibility to do what was best for us.
A responsibility? And why is that? Because you made them your symbols of justice? Because you decided they were your heroes?
To be honest, that was like one of the first things we were supposed to do, was go around and help people so they would gain trust in us. So it's not like they came to that conclusion on their own. But you know what? Wazy's cooking. Let's go ahead and let him chef things up.
The SSS is just a division of the Crossbell Police Department. Nothing more, nothing less. You have no one to blame but yourselves for thinking any different. Their purpose isn't to make all of your problems go away.
Even though we did do quite a lot of that. No one thought.
I know it's been a long 2 years. 2 years where all Crossbellans could do was powerlessly watch the Empire trample over their pride. It's natural to wish that a savior would appear and solve everyone's problems. But personally, I never wanted to see Crossbell come to that.
Really?
What Crossbell has given me is irreplaceable. Friends and family that mean the world to me, like Lloyd and Vald. So it pains me to see this as someone who's come to love Crossbell more than his old home.
Which, the holy city of Arteria, I think he's from.
Wazy.
The SSS chose the path they did because they wanted a little girl to be free. But that same little girl couldn't help but feel it was her fault when she saw Erebonia invade and take over her home. Because she knew that none of it would have happened if she didn't exist. KeA, no.
Right. We're past all that, but I guess she does still feel a little guilty.
But she wasn't the only reason they chose the path that they did. The SSS had also seen how strong Crossbell became, facing adversity over and over again. They knew that if they chose any other path, the efforts and sacrifices of so many would be lost. Their home would never be the same. And they, along with that little girl, believed from the bottom of their hearts that all of Crossbell would overcome it for the better.
She's right. That was what we decided.
Yeah. We made like a Wazy, some of that stuff was a little iffy with what Wazy was saying, but she's on 100. Will our words be enough to dispel the not Twilight effect,
I want
though?
to answer the trust they placed in me however I can. I was all alone once, somewhere very dark. It's because of everyone around me that I have so much to be thankful for. The SSS and the people of Crossbell made me into the person I am today. So now I want to fight to help them. That means I'm here to pave a path forward for all of you too. And on it, I just know we'll see brighter days, because it was Crossbell and its people that taught me the strength to persevere.
So I think we're gonna get through to them. A path forward. Maybe she's right. It could be too soon to be giving up hope. It's true we've been through a lot of hard times before, but those experiences are what made us who we are today. Yes, you're right. That's part of what makes Crossbell what it is. Maybe we are stronger than we give ourselves credit for.
Look!
It's disappearing.
It looks like we're the ones who should be apologizing after all. There was no way to talk about people who've done so much for us. Okay, and this was the first time we've actually seen us being able to talk people down. Now we know that all we have to do is basically just counteract whatever is making them fall to it, and they'll come right back to us. And not after you've put so much on the line to protect Crossbell. Yes, and somewhere along the line we started taking that for granted. I still don't know exactly what I can do to make a difference. But the least I can do is look for a way to move forward, just like you all have. That's right. We have to hold out hope.
Thank you, everyone.
Anyway, we should be grateful that you all made it out of the city safely. I hope you'll keep up the good fight, SSS. We'll be cheering you on. Okay.
We have to keep doing what we always have. That's to keep moving forward, one step at a time. But we're not naive enough to believe that will be enough to take back what we lost. It's going to take the help of everyone who calls Crossbell home. So do me a favor and think about how you can help. What you would give to be free. And I promise the SSS will support you just as much as you've always supported us.
Exactly. Alright, so Lloyd, he was the SSS and their allies then bid farewell to the citizens and left the rooftop. Back inside, a familiar nurse agreed to let them use the nurse's station to talk and decide what to do next. We brought it back in the end. It wasn't all bad. What familiar nurse, though? Aww.
Tio. Sorry I kept you waiting again. I'm glad you're okay.
Do you hear yourself? I'm the one breathing a sigh of relief. Your injuries seemed so severe. And then we were all separated.
She was worried he was dead?
So that's what this is all about. I can't imagine how tough it's been for you three being kept in the dark. Thanks for worrying about me. I know it couldn't have been easy.
It never is. You're always so reckless. But I knew you'd come looking for me again.
Of course, even though we had no idea where you were, but let's not ruin the moment.
Lloyd, I'm so glad you found me.
Wasn't gonna stop till I did.
Aww.
Would you listen to them go on and on?
I'm so happy for you, Tio.
Would you not get off with the crying already?
Chief Roberts is basically her dad. Of course he's happy. Alright, and now it's time for us to decide on our next move. So you're headed for the Rhineford military factory to the west. I had a feeling that might be it. You did? So that must be what you three have been doing here then. Precisely. The Chief, Yona, and I have been looking into some suspicious information surrounding the factory. Not to mention I spotted a certain sketchy professor amidst the chaos of everyone fleeing the city. That friggin' dude. Bowl cut himself. You mean that slime ball that supported the illegitimate regime from 3 years ago? Or Boros' Six Anguis. Professor F. Novartis, the head of the 13 factories. I had a feeling the society was involved. His specialty is applied sciences, right? He's the one in charge of all their crazy powerful tech. Yes, in addition to being the engineer who completed the first generation ions. His involvement could explain that new Zauber Soldat model and that strange mask. That's why we've had our attention placed on the military factory. Good thinking. It's looking more and more likely that we'll uncover something to help our investigation there. Have you three found an infiltration route? It just so happens we have. Yona and I looked into it. There was a cargo line while the factory was still under construction before the war. It feeds directly into the underground railway that connects to St. Ursula. Underground railway that connects to St. Ursula? Never heard of that before, but okay. Well, that's convenient. I'm glad you think so too, Lloyd! Almost too good to be true, but I trust it if Tio's the source. We should head there right away. There's no time to waste. The sooner we uncover what's really happening, the better. Yes, and the church isn't going to look the other way if it turns out the society is the one orchestrating this incident. There's no telling the extent of that Alberea fellow's plans, but it's high time we shed some light on what's really going on. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it if we all work together. Just try not to get caught, will ya? Don't let all that hard work we did go to waste. Don't worry, we'll be careful. And thanks, Yona. We really owe you one for helping Tio out. Save it, Bannings! Not like I did that much. Still, I guess it's good to see you back on your feet. You're the same obnoxious brat you ever were, huh? But that's part of Yona's charm. Knock it off already! Well then, we'll leave investigating the factory up to the four of you. Yona and I will continue gathering as much info here as we can. You can reach the underground railway platform from the first floor lobby. Got it! Thanks! We'll be going now, Chief. Look after yourself. Same to you, Tio. Lloyd's craft Burning Heart has been enhanced to Burning Heart 2. Okay. He's a bit buffed now. I'm gonna keep sleuthing around for info about the capital and look into what's going on with the Supreme Leader. Try not to let all my hard work go to waste if you can help it, Kay. Take care out there. I heard Dr. Salen is unaccounted for as well. She was supposed to attend an academic conference in Remiferia. You all are also acquainted with her, yes? I don't know if it has anything to do with the EDF, but I can't help but suspect it. It might help to keep in mind as you're out scouting around. I hope Dr. Salen is okay. Same. We'll keep our ear to the ground. Nothing else in here. Nurse Jenny. And then we've got Nina, an outpatient. I don't think there's nowhere else that Nurse Cerrone and some guy. Old Lady Yila. Outpatient. Okay. Well, can we... Oh. It's somewhere... It must be downstairs then. In which case... Okay, this leads to the roof, which we've already explored quite enough.
You can get to the underground station through the lobby. Oh, I spot the door. Be there.
Sarah, anyone else we recognize down here? Or that we'd be interested in talking to? No. Alright, well. Station. Okay. Yeah, never seen this place before. But this place is bigger than the hospital! This is my first time seeing the new subway line they built. It's a little eerie hearing how deathly silent it is down here. Yeah, all the trains were stopped after the city was occupied, right? So it'll be safe for us to wander around on the tracks. Yes, we don't need to worry about the tracks being active. We should eventually reach where the freight and passenger lines split if we follow the line to the north. Let's make that our first destination. Walking on train lines like this always makes my heart race. Definitely. We've had to do this more than a few times over the last couple of years. Alright, let's get going. Let me go ahead. Oh, she's in our extras slot. Okay. Yeah, we won't be able to use United Fronts for the time being in that case. This way leads to Michelum. The factory is the other way. Right, it's to the northwest. Okay, let's go. I would assume there's a goodie hidden for us somewhere. No, it just connects. Okay. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. But you know what? We're big enough to handle a tiny bit of disappointment. Yeah, there's definitely nothing here. But it's probably going to be underground freight line. Probably going to have a bunch of monsters who've moved in. Just like I thought. Let's strengthen our equipment. Well, actually, see if we can buy some new stuff. We can, but nothing I'm interested in purchasing. So the 7th Nova +1. The Avesta +1. And the Schrödinger G +1. What about... Yeah, let's show them a little love. 2K. We'll do this one first. Alright. It's something, which is better than nothing.
Got you!
So first up on the chopping block. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what we can see. Blood Monad, level 110, a tube-shaped beast that thrives underground. It latches on to any wandering by, sucking them dry. It's weak to water and space.
Let's go!
So we got Burning Heart 2. It gives us HP absorb.
Let's go!
And then, yeah.
Zero Breaker!
Oh, yeah.
It's my go.
Let's do Absolute Zero. Can only get 3.
Dummy Gunner, activate. Absolute Zero.
Oh, that hurt.
My turn. Think you can dodge this?
Hopefully we'll get the kill here.
How soothing this is. Good night and sweet dreams to you.
No, that was easy enough. And we can go up. But there's nothing of interest or note doing that. These guys, though.
Here's our shot.
Triple advantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so first let's see what they're cooking up. Runaway Sheep, level 110. A sheep swept up by a corrupting black gale. It is filled with rage knowing it can never return to its former peaceful life. It's weak to water and space.
Right.
So we've got the crit. Let's... Cast time minus 80%.
Break them! Raging Hammer! Right.
We'll do 40. We have enough for this and a Brave Smash.
It's my turn.
Hopefully giving up the crit was fine for that. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that worked out.
Okay.
The Beam Zomber too far away, but the Diamond Nova, we got that on deck. Strength up and Confuse, which is basically a swagger.
My turn.
Let's heal him. There it is. Sedative.
Yeah.
Calm down, Lloyd.
Thanks.
We need you in the action. Oh my god.
Hey!
Yeah, he instantly did a whole lot of friggin' damage to us. I hope I would hope Wazy's not in danger of dying or anything.
My turn.
That was crazy good. Let's have him link to her and do this.
Yeah! Got you! An opening.
Following up.
Hey!
God dang.
That's it for me.
Okay.
Okay, can she? She does have regular old Thalos.
Yeah.
Grazie.
Of course. Oh my gosh. Lloyd is bullying us to death, dude. He's crazy with it. Let's do the sedative. Where's that at? Do we not have any more? Oh, I guess we just had the one then. Well, that's what KeA bombs are for.
Thanks.
Come on, baby.
Can we?
Raging hammer!
My turn.
Well, he can't do much of anything, actually.
It's my turn.
Let's Tiger Charge.
Let's do this. This is it. Tiger charge!
Dang.
All taken care of.
It's single target, but it does pretty impressive stuff. Let me look at my quartz loadout. Scald. Offensive Arts Heal EP. Killing enemies restores CP. Caliburn. She's got cats. Oh, let's do cannon instead. Yeah. But with cannon, she actually doesn't need that. She's already got a bunch of waterlocked slots. Well, whatever. Ooh, almost didn't notice this.
Now's our chance.
Definitely want to make sure we don't miss anything we don't need to miss. Ooh. And speaking of arts, thank you, Wazy.
I can.
All right. Two roads diverge. We made it to the junction. If we kept going straight, we'd eventually reach the city. Yeah, but I seriously doubt the EDF doesn't have that direction heavily guarded. I wouldn't risk it. Yup, no need to rush it. I'm sure we'll make it back to the city eventually. Yes, it's only a matter of time before we gather our friends and teach that so-called supreme leader a lesson. No one stands between us and our home and gets away with it. That's the spirit.
So KeA, Wazy, a little late, but I've been meaning to thank you for earlier.
For coming along?
What?
Whatever is it for this time?
Don't play dumb. I'm talking about how you chimed in at the hospital.
Oh yeah, how they brought it back? Because Lloyd and Teal were kind of floundering.
You helped me realize something important. The citizens of Crossbell weren't the only ones who had lost sight of the truth. We had too. The SSS had a clear dream 2 years ago, when Crossbell was annexed by Erebonia.
Become independent, truly independent.
We wanted our home to be free again. But it wasn't just that. We weren't blind patriots, fighting to protect personal pride or acting on some grand ideal. Had we been, our actions wouldn't have led to Crossbell losing its freedom. Wouldn't have led it straight into the arms of the Empire. And the little girl we protected over giving Crossbell its freedom and future wouldn't be here supporting us. What we truly wanted. for her and for every citizen who would have to bear the burden of our choices was for them to smile. And if we could give them their home as well, then they could be free and smile as much as they dreamed.
Okay, I'm sure they would have been able to smile. Well, I'm not going to take this moment away from him. Keep cooking, Lloyd.
It really was that simple.
Lloyd. It's true. That's how I felt. And I'm sure Ellie and Randy would say the same. But sadly, I agree. Somewhere along the line, we lost sight of that goal. The more expectations people placed on us, the more we became convinced we were obligated to win back the state's freedom.
That soon turned into wanting to be seen as the very symbols of independence.
When did that happen? They never really talked about that. That seems kind of conceited for us.
To be seen as heroes to our home. All the while, we were turning our eyes away from the feelings of despair and distrust that the people had been harboring.
Okay.
Those feelings were probably what allowed Rufus's words to worm their way into the citizens' hearts. But regardless, we aren't going to lose our way again. We'll keep sight of our goal this time and do things our way. We're not miracle workers. We'll just do our best to make people's lives better, while others help us as much as we help them.
I guess, but we've pulled off some real miracles.
That's what's allowed us to come this far.
Good. That sounds more like the SSS I fell in love with. And if you ask me, that's what it's going to take if you want to make it through this ordeal too. Every crisis you've overcome to date has been with the help of countless others, and this will be no different.
I think what Wazy means to say is every crisis we've overcome, because we're all one big family at the end of the day. That's why I decided to become KeA Bannings. This is a chance for us to start over from zero then.
Yeah, one more time.
That's right. We're going to reclaim everything that was taken from us. And as always, we're going to fight, struggle, and shine the light on the truth. Together.
Huh?
Is there
What was that?
There's gonna be a fight
I
after.
heard it too.
All right. Oh,
That sounds like...
it's already a firefight.
Gunfire.
Noelle.
And not just gunfire either.
Look up ahead.
No. Okay, there they are.
Stop where you are, rebels! Surrender now, or there will be no mercy!
You holding up all right, Tita?
I'm fine. But at this rate... Get down, you two!
Crystal Edge getting them.
There's more of them. Where did you guys come from?
The SSS? What are all of you doing down here?
We can explain later. Let's focus on taking care of these guys first.
Man, there's a bunch of Liberlians just out and about. New model Soldat Helmord.
The SSS, huh? It must be our lucky day.
Our Helmut will punish all who dare to oppose the Supreme Leader!
That must be the name of this new model.
This is the last place I want to fight a Zalber Soldat. Nevertheless.
Exactly. Now's not the time to falter. Everyone, prepare for battle!
I'll back you up with my orders.
Got it.
So now we can use United Fronts yet again.
Watch out! This one's tough!
Ooh.
Let's go!
Alright, Blast Force, damage plus 60% for 4 turns. Break damage plus 200% for 8 turns. Let's actually... yeah, hit this.
Let's go!
And then we'll hit this.
Give them hell!
Guaranteed crits are nice. Oh, wow. I did all that and forgot about my usual. Well, it's just the one here. So we'll 0 break, and then we'll have him do it.
All right.
Alright, so let's go ahead and see what the Helmert is about. Helmert, level 112, a modern Zauber Soldat piloted by the Ebon Defense Force. Far better than other Soldats, it dominates the battlefield with ease. It's weak to time and space. Yeah, let's go ahead and
let's finish this. This is it. Dragon Ball!
It's my go.
Dang, our break damage is not it. Let's go for the Diamond Nova.
Arcus activate.
Guard break. Okay, that hurts.
I'll go.
But let's do the Vital Cannon.
Cannon activate. Good luck, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Arc Slash. Punisher Blade. Well, nothing too crazy. Not anything as crazy as this, anyways. Oh, yeah.
It ends here.
And then this should also break this guy. The Cherubic Smile costing 5. Once we've got more BP... Silver Ray. No ailments?
Raring to go.
Alright, well. Let's do... Let's issue... this.
Raging Hammer!
Raring to go.
And yeah. Let's strike while the iron's hot.
And one for all! Everyone, come on!
Gotcha!
Keep it up, everybody!
Oh, okay, she jumps in on that too. Good stuff.
Let's finish this.
A second Dragon Fall, exactly what we needed. And the Helmert should break after this. Hopefully, anyways. We've got less break. We've got a less break damage or lesser break damage modifier live, but I have faith in Agate. Okay, well maybe I shouldn't have had faith in him. Raging Knockout.
If you need me.
Okay, let's try delaying this guy a bit.
Ready or not?
Okay, finally.
Let's go.
Not as nice as I'd like. Let's issue Crimson Break for that strength up.
Give them hell! Crimson Break!
It's my turn.
Alright.
Now!
And then he's got to immediately do his thing.
It ends here!
Or maybe I should have done the... Because he was already strength upped. And Wazy's thing would have given us... Well, she'll have BP3. Actually, no.
Rising Sun!
The odds of that going to us are fairly low. There we go. Yep. See? But I caught it in time, so it's all good. And now that plus 200% break damage is also going to work for us.
Orbital driver set at maximum
This is
output.
absolutely perfect. Come on, dude. Don't cling so hard to life for us, please. Uh-oh. Another Silver Ray. Yeah, we're gonna need Tita to Vital Cannon us again.
It's still okay.
If she even gets the opportunity to.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do this.
Shield deploy.
All right.
Draguna Edge, Wild Rage, HP minus 40%. It'll probably kill him. So let's not do that. Got him. Nice.
I'll follow up. I'll go.
She can... Let's have her just punch. Okay, so this time we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, everyone go ahead and pop that back to him.
I won't lose.
I don't want to do a united heal. I want to go in.
All for one, and one for all.
That's what I want.
Move in. Gotcha.
Keep it up, everybody.
My turn.
Let's Blast Force.
Let's go.
And let's chance it. No. Okay, well. Whoops. 40% of his HP, though?
Thanks.
Well, isn't that embarrassing?
We need to do something.
We can just have you actually Thalos.
Commencing drive. If you need me.
She'll link with him. And then be able to Vital Cannon them, thankfully.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Alright.
There.
So we've only got 3 more turns of Blast Force.
Let's go.
Which means... Who's closest to it? Well, might as well start.
Okay, here I go. Take this and this. Orbital compression at 40%, 80%. Gotta keep it going. 120%. Omega impulse. Fire!
Got him.
Hope you're ready.
And I think... So I'm wondering, is the 200 more important
Yeah.
than the plus 60% damage? And the answer is probably not, honestly.
Maximum output. Ether.
So we'll just barely be too low is the problem.
It's my turn.
Alright, we'll be fine. Yeah, 16,000. We've got that in the bag. Blast Force. Plus 60% damage, dude. Insane. Absolutely clutch.
Rising sun!
Alright.
Sorry, but we got stuff to do.
Oh, nice. Everybody but Agate.
Of course I didn't prove.
So, wonder what their story was. I thought it was gonna be Noel, but this gives us the 5 we need for the United Front, so it's all good. This can't be happening. How did that glorified forklift managed to overcome the latest Zauber Soldat. We must report this to the Supreme Leader at once. Now, everybody else is just KO'd. Oh, we managed to take it down. I didn't doubt that we would. Good work, everyone! I thought we were goners when they were chasing us back there. Yeah, we owe you guys one. Thanks for saving our bacon. I doubt we could have taken out that Soldat thing without you. Don't mention it. I'm glad we could count on Tita and her orbital gear. Here's hoping it will be smooth sailing from here. Look at that! Look at the awesome team we're assembling. I'm sure everything will work out at this rate. You guys look like you're in good spirits. I'm so glad you're all right. So, what are the two of you doing down here in the first place, Tita? You came running from the direction of the city. Well, the thing is, maybe it's fate we ran into you guys now of all times. Sounds like something crazy's happening back in the city. You haven't seen Erica around, have you? Erica, that's Tita's mom, I think. Professor Russell? No, has something happened to her? So, Sayland and Russell are both missing. Interesting. We were in the IBC building when the city was occupied. A bunch of the black uniformed soldiers stormed the building and demanded my mom go with them. The next thing we knew, she was shoving us in an elevator leading underground.
No, Mom, what's gotten into you?
Are you freaking kidding me? I can handle this, so let me...
Does your dumb, thick skull have eyes? You saw how many there are, and they have that new model with them.
Well, I'm sure it would have been interesting having to take the two of them on with Agate and Tita. It might have been more obnoxious, but I'm sure we could have pulled it off. Might have taken a lot of item spam, but...
I have a different request for you, Agate Crossner. Protect Tita, even if it costs you your life. Do I make myself clear?
And that's the kind of request a bracer doesn't turn down.
Damn it, Erica!
Mom!
So that's what happened. I'm not surprised Professor Russell put your safety first. Although, yeah, she's as stubborn as a mule. But it's my fault she did that. I never should have allowed us to end up in this situation to begin with. That's on me. You don't have to blame yourself, Agate. I guess that means Estelle and Joshua haven't been with you guys, huh? I'm afraid not. We haven't been able to get in touch with them since the city was occupied. Something must be jamming communications. I hope they're all right. Estelle and Joshua are both seasoned bracers. I trust they'll be all right. I'm more worried about your mother. I don't doubt that she's pretty tough for a researcher, but these are trained soldiers we're dealing with. I think it's safe to assume that she is still in the EDF's custody at least. However, that doesn't answer why they wanted your mother to begin with. We don't know either. The soldier said something about someone needing helpers, but that's all we know. We've managed to access one of the underground computers after that. That's how we learned she was taken to the Rhineford military factory. I have my suspicions on who this someone could be. Which means I also have a really bad feeling about this. So do I. Only one name comes to mind based on the information we have thus far. Novartis? Yep. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This is a guild request at the end of the day. The job's not done until it's reported in and the client gives the reward. I'm dragging Erica out of there so I can get paid, whether she likes it or not. We'll save her for sure! It sounds like we're headed to the same place then. You can count on us for support. The more the merrier. Thanks, everyone! We'd really appreciate it. I should at least be able to lend a hand when it comes to things like information gathering and technology. Don't undersell yourself. I'm sure you'll be of great help.
Not gonna lie, running into you guys was good timing. We really could use the help.
No problemo! Teamwork makes the dream work, doesn't it?
So the military factory is that away, huh?
Yeah, let's get moving. Now I wonder... Alright, we got Tita and Agate. Yeah, that's a complete dead end. The route leading to the city is really well guarded.
The fork to the left will take us to the military factory, yeah? Let's do it then.
And... well, that's a new enemy.
We won't lose!
Immediately took a bite out of us. Get some. Right.
It's my turn.
Just this one then.
There.
Genbu Draco, level 110, a territorial monster born on a spiritual plane. It bites any that get too close, with only death being the one thing that unlatches its jaws. It's weak to water and wind.
Raring to go.
You are. Let's go ahead and do this.
If you need me.
And she'll be able to punch him. Yeah, Agate eats that for breakfast. We want to go ahead and make sure that everybody stays nice and cozy in that AoE.
Hey!
Oh, finally.
I'll follow up. Yeah.
Now this should be some big damage. Yeah. Don't like that, do ya? Alright, well, this is officially in the bag.
Let's go.
Too bad about the fact that we couldn't get that zero craft.
If you need me.
And yet again. Let's KeA Bomb. Oh! She's got one of those, her
Thank you.
Master Quartz is the one that
Let's go.
gives otherwise single target items a nice little AoE then. Well, that's good. I forget which one it is. Oh, well, that's done.
Here's our chance.
There.
The more I see it, the more blown away I am by your orbital tech.
It's sure coming in handy, huh? I'll keep on tweaking it until it becomes unstoppable.
Yeah. It definitely does wonders for Tita's usability, that's for sure. So we got ourselves goodies here. But it's looking like... yeah, repeat monsters. There's a double up, but... they're not really worth the effort of taking them down. Whoa. That thing looks super mean.
There.
We gotta go ahead and see what this is about. Oaken Shell, level 111, a monster that absorbed essence from spirit veins till it grew massive in size. Its magic-charged shell can fend off any bullet or blade. It's weak to earth and wind.
All right.
You will Wild Rage.
It's my go.
Chill. I guess we'll desperately try for an unbalance. Nah, wasn't gonna happen.
I can do it.
Oh. Let's do
Right
this.
there. Raging Hammer.
I'll go.
And instead of you going,
Finish this.
we'll have him do his thing. Though, actually, because the crit... Whoa! Tio's dang near out of EP. Did not account for that.
I'll go.
She'll be alright. Summon ally. So we can just bring people in. Let's go ahead and see about one of these.
I'll follow up.
Another summon ally. Okay, well, if it wants to play like that.
Take this.
Let's go.
Alright, so now we'll be able to stack some. There we go.
Here's our chance.
BP. Specifically, we got to get ourselves to that blast force.
Raring to go.
Yeah.
There.
There.
Alright. Wasn't fast enough specifically to do it, but...
Get him. Blast force.
It's my turn.
It is your turn. Go ahead and teach him a lesson, starting here. Tia, let's, well, she's still got plenty of CP, so I guess we'll just default to that for the time being. I don't have any problems with that. And, yeah, this will get all of them.
Here I go. Take this.
Come on. We'll definitely kill the two small fry,
80%.
and it'll be close for the big gun.
Keep it going.
Oh, Agate is blinded,
I'll make it
so it'll be a bit of a gamble if we try to go straight for the damage. Should I have faith, or should I play it safe? Summoning more allies.
All right.
Let's have faith. And it was well rewarded.
Following up.
This is it.
Oh, okay, well. In that case, this is gonna be the most overkill ever. But, oh well. This thing had its chance. It didn't have to respond to the summons. It decided to come here and help out its pal Oakenshell is directly what led to its death. So we don't have to feel bad for hitting it with the big gun. Wow, that didn't even kill it.
My turn.
We should just be able to bully it to death, though. 0 damage. Oh, yeah. I don't want to... Okay, so this is a sort of thing. Let's... Yeah.
If you need me.
Because if that's how it's gonna be, all these are C+, but
time.
that one can potentially burn. And it's not strength up, and we're not strength down or anything, which is the craziest part.
Arcus activate.
Right.
Poison or petrify.
Activate.
So we'll just go crazy with it. Dang. Are we gonna be able to get it in time?
Take this.
Can we?
Yeah.
Got it. We doubled up. No, never mind.
I got some good data.
It was gonna fail. It was going to fail. That would have been a neat trick. But they knew. They already had us on lock for that.
Now's our chance.
Alright, but I highly doubt there's gonna be anything else new down here waiting for us. Or...
Looks like we're not alone.
Hey! Tempted as I am to
Now's
knock
our
your
chance.
asses farther underground. It's probably not the best idea right now.
Doesn't look like they've noticed this yet. Let's book it before they do. I can barely see who's down there. But we've made a lot of commotion, but there are also monsters tromping around. Oh. Let's make Tio less useless. Okay, I'm not gonna say no to that. Okay. See what this thing's all about. Skull Scythe, level 110, a devil that lurks in the darkness, waiting to grab its prey. Once taken, it cruelly preserves life as it rends their flesh and spills their blood. It's weak to time and space.
It's my go.
Let's do this.
Raging hammer!
Okay.
And then go ahead and give him a nice little beat down.
All for one.
And one for all!
Everyone, come on!
Got you.
Right.
Yeah! Who can do it? You can!
I can do it.
So, KeA picks somebody at random to come in on that then.
I'm gonna get ya.
And then we'll be able to blast force for free after this?
All right.
Or actually, let's cherubic smile.
Guys, cherubic smile!
All right.
Gotcha.
Let's go.
And it's all good. We'll be able to go ahead and get ourselves all stacked. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
You chose the wrong guy to mess with.
We didn't even have enough time to get to 5. But cherubic smile actually builds upon itself, doesn't it? As long as the battle doesn't end too soon.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
We won't lose! I knew you'd pull it off.
I'd say that battle was more you than me.
Well, so they don't have a special one between them then. Wazy's Deadly Heaven can now be used. Performs a series of rapid, multi-stage kicks designed to rout enemies. And it's got a highly increased critical rate. Oh, okay, cool.
Time to kick open that treasure chest.
Holy Symbol prevents death blow. Uh-oh. Let's make it so that she cannot be death blowed. Yeah, Miss Schneider Watch. And the Holy Symbol to make her even sturdier. Do we have anything else that prevents? That prevents confuse. Only the Holy Sphere and the Holy Symbol. Alright, well, I guess everybody else is just gonna have to deal with it. Up we head. Now we've got something else we've already killed.
Yeah. Pull it together.
Oh my god. Level 111 for Tita. They started taunting everybody, so I had to get him out of there. Let's hope I'll have a bit more luck evading this Oaken shield.
Better watch ourselves.
Yeah. We're not interested in fighting anything else. True Solemn Buckle prevents burn. Alright. Especially because it makes arts stronger.
Now's our chance.
So this is the factory then, huh? Ooh. Yep. Gotta do the 3-chained.
Gotta be tougher than that to stop us.
Yeah! You guys kicked butt out there!
With this place now easier to maneuver inside of. Whoa. Is that gonna be a... No, okay. I was about to say, if that was a danger encounter, then... Oh my gosh! We're so slow! That's it for that. Alright.
It's nice to know. I'll always have you to watch over me.
A promise is a promise, yeah? I ain't going nowhere.
Aww. And so, of course, they make a very powerful duo now.
Now's
a
our
lot
chance.
less one-sided than it used to be. Brave Seed.
Who knew we'd get so lucky?
Alright, with this underground section thoroughly explored, having us feeling
Very
like...
nice. We made it to the other side.
If we keep going north, we'll reach the station for the military factory.
We're not out of the woods yet, so be sure not to let anyone spot you.
They aren't aware of us yet. Then let's slip to the military factory before they do. I was hoping there'd be something hidden back there, but that ended up being a little optimistic. Choosing to continue will cause the main story to advance. Okay, so Black Mirror time. It will also not be possible to go any further in Lloyd's story for a brief period. That felt like the mirror's reacting again. But to what? Alright. And so now that we've gotten all three of these, it'll probably take us directly there. What's happening? What is this light?
A new thread of destiny has been spun. Your path to where all may gather has been paved.
Okay. So now it's Rufus's turn to take point in the Reverie corridor, or true Reverie corridor. He'll probably wonder why he's wearing what he's wearing and what he's doing outside of prison. Ugh. Where are we? I don't know. Nor do I. Did some sort of spell transport us here? Wait. I can't seem to recall what I was just doing. It's as though I've been struck with amnesia. So they still know each other, but not what they were doing then? I can't remember what we were doing just now either. Neither can I. Rufus? Ren? And another familiar face. Oh, well, hey. Eustace. Just what is going on here? Oh my, it's Tita, the SSS, and the students of Thor's. Talk about a surprising sight. Do all of you know them? I've never met a single one. Not exactly, though I do recognize some of them. I think the two on the left are Imperial Army. Why is the former Governor General here? I thought Erebonia had you imprisoned. Your guess is as good as mine, I'm afraid. I feel like I've seen those kids with them recently, but I can't put my finger on it. Guess that's another thing we're not allowed to remember. Nothing the garden does is by accident. There must be a good reason they were brought here. Still, I never imagined to see you here, Ren. Nor did I think this is how we'd next meet, though I can't say I'm not happy to see you. Trying to process all of this is starting to give me a headache. Assuming this isn't some elaborate trap, would you care to explain what's going on? So a portion of this place shares the same name with a space that appeared under Thor's 2 years ago. Yet, from what you've explored thus far, it's almost entirely different. I cannot fathom why it chose to summon our group as well. That clears up some questions, but it's still difficult to accept this as reality. Let me get this straight. The mirror is what brought us here? That's so cool! I've always wanted to journey inside a looking glass. At least someone here isn't having any trouble accepting the situation. That's simplifying it a little, but not inaccurate. So it is. I undoubtedly wouldn't accept it if it were not plainly in front of me. I have no choice but to accept what's happening falls outside the realm of common sense. Though I can't say it pleases me to be at the whim of this black mirror. Now you know what it's like to be kept under someone's thumb for now you know what it's like to be kept under someone's thumb for once. Ha! Talk about a taste of your own medicine. My recent memory may be addled, but I know well enough I have plenty to say to you, Rufus. I ask you to grant me the time to do so later. Yeah, you two must have a lot to talk about. I can't imagine it's going to be a very happy family reunion. They definitely remember the events of last game at the very least. Very well. When the time comes. Fate has dealt me an unexpected hand, but I will accept it nonetheless. So he's Rufus's brother, huh? Seems like it, though the relationship is complicated from the sound of it. Actually, I feel like we've already had this conversation recently. That memory-altering stuff is no joke. It must be to prevent us from knowing anything that changed our behavior. Right, because otherwise this would turn into a knockdown, drag-out fight very quickly. I never imagined we'd run into him of all people here. Me neither. I wish we knew something about what Rufus and his companions were doing before coming here. It must be important, considering the way he's dressed. Like I said, there are no coincidences when it comes to the garden. There must be a reason they were called here now. Definitely. If this means that all the pieces have come together, then... Did a new facility open up? I thought so. Something's happening!
New information available for all visitors. Confirming completion of a new stratum. Permissions now granted to enter the Reverie Corridor's second stratum.
Aw, yeah! Alright, well. Ooh. Spooky. But it'll probably have us run around as Rufus initially. Yeah, seeming like it. It said the second stratum. That means we can finally explore further in the Reverie Corridor. I take it to mean that new strata will continue to be added over time. And I'm guessing Roselia is here because she's who we drew from the golden sphere, or from the golden orb thing, or golden sealing stone. I'm still adjusting to our predicament, but it helps to have an obvious goal in mind. There's little point in dwelling on it when so many of our memories are missing. I'll take this place up on its offer to refine my skills and better achieve the goals waiting for me on the outside. Although accepting my cooperation may be more difficult for some of you than others. Isn't that right, Special Support Section? We're all in the same boat while we're here. I think it will be better to work together. Agreed. I hope you're ready to pull your weight, Rufus. The same to you. He's no slouch, so we can do pretty much whatever we want in here. I can think of a few ways to have fun. Can you both please behave? There are a few things I'd like to confirm while we're here. Whether any of us are asked to explore the Reverie Corridor or not, I think it'd be wise to survey our surroundings and prepare. Let's temporarily part ways. I trust you three to handle yourselves without me. So they remember that they're working together. Got it. Bye for now, Rufus! Alright. Oh, we're gonna explore a Swin? So, what should we do now? We hardly know anyone here. Should we go around and say hi? I think we should behave a bit more cautiously than that. I want to confirm for myself how secure this location is first. But one thing's for sure. We're surrounded by skilled warriors. Being too trusting here could prove fatal. Let's follow Rufus's advice first. We should familiarize ourselves with our surroundings. We can consider exploring this Reverie Corridor after that. But I want you both to stay close to me, alright? Yes, sir! A leisurely stroll it is. The Reverie Garden's state has changed. You will now begin exploring the Reverie Garden as Swin. You can now access the second stratum. Mini missions are now available. Mini missions are specific objectives generated at random that you can complete to obtain rewards. The list of missions is refreshed every time you rearrange the Reverie corridor or return to the real world. Completing these missions rewards phantasmal shards, which you can collect for upgrades. Mini missions. These are missions that can only be completed within the Reverie corridor. Many of these are easy to fulfill, so be proactive in taking them on. The items Mira and Sepith belonging to Rufus's party have been added to the shared pool. Additional characters can now be recruited via gold sealing stones. Wazy and KeA will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Tia will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Tita and Agate will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Crow will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Emma and Sarah will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Gaius will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Rufus, Lapis, Swain, and Nadia will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. Yeah, dude. We added like 10 new characters. I never expected you of all people to be called here, Grandmother. That can only mean that whatever's looming over us is truly dangerous. So do you always pull Roselia first then? Maybe so, but you have nothing to fear now that I am here. There is no child too difficult for the elder of the Hexen clan. I'm looking forward to it, but not as much as I am to getting comfortable here. I hope you realize this isn't a vacation. Alright. Whoa, we've got a lot of stuff fulfilled. New master missions added. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and save, call it a part. So definitely join me next time for more Trails into Reverie. Bye for now, guys.
A sea of clouds, and at its heart, the world tree, piercing the heavens. This is the world we call home. All rest